Following on from his presentation at the Zurich Business Update, which was very well received by both business owners and advisors, we're very pleased to have David Labouchere here with us today. David is a change agent, a geopolitical strategist and a world-class endurance athlete. David, we're going to be talking a lot about change today. Can you give me an example of a catalyst for a key change in your life so far?
Colum, yes I can, and it's got to be relationships. It's all about family, and in my case my kids are grown up, so now it's about my wife, and she keeps me honest and straight.
How have you transitioned from making changes under pressure, maybe even under fire, to making changes in your daily civilian life?
I don't think there's a great deal of difference. Pressure is pressure, stress is stress, and I find it just as stressful in business as I ever did when people were shooting at me or the people that I cared about.
What's the one thing you would say to an advisor who knows they've got to change their business model, but they need to take that first step?
I think it's the trickiest thing in the world is to start. But once you've identified that you need to start, then the hard work is done. It's like putting your shoes on. Once you're ready in the morning, you put your shoes on. You know you're going out of the door. You know you're going to do the exercise. It's the same in business and change. Once you know you've got to change, then there's no point in delaying it. It is inevitable. Let's get on with it. Do it now.
David, when have you most been afraid? And it was the real question that people out there will want to hear is, how have you managed that fear?
There's one thing that banishes fear, and that's preparation. Now, the military was very good at it. We trained. We trained for almost every eventuality. So when it came around, it was a routine, a drill to do the right thing. And I think you can do that in your sporting life, in your social life, and in your work life.
David, as you know, we're in the insurance and the investment business. What's the best investment that you've ever made? And this can be in terms of money, obviously, but really probably people are more interested in investments in terms of time and energy.
Well, it's neither time nor energy nor money, it's relationships.
Okay.
I've discovered that I'm nowhere near as good as I thought I was, but the people I surround myself with are, and every day I meet new people who add a great amount of value to my life. So relationships, make sure you nurture relationships and then leverage them, because you will be helping them and they can help you, and the sum of the parts is much greater than the individual parts.
Are there any poor recommendations that you hear regularly in your daily life?
Yes. People are told to try harder. Oh, that's the most ridiculous advice to give anybody. Nobody's not trying hard, they're all doing their best. So it's the way you try, not trying harder.
In the past 5 years, have you become better at saying no, be it to distractions, maybe invitations, anything like that?
Probably, but I've become better at delegating. The jobs still get done, I think, and as I surround myself with better people, people much better than me, people more skilled than I'll ever be, then you can delegate with impunity. You can trust the people you delegate to.
I believe you put a lot of time into education over the last number of years. Have you any words of wisdom that you would give to the many advisors out there who know now that they have to, or maybe even forced to go back to school?
Yeah, I think back to school is a great thing, and learning, lifelong learning is a wonderful thing to do, because you are never bored if you are learning. But that's knowledge, and gaining knowledge is something we can all do. It's what you do with it. People who have wisdom are the ones who actually share that knowledge. And you and I know that the best way to become better at a subject is to teach it, or at least to talk about it with somebody else. And you soon realise how little you know and how much more you can know.
Lastly, is there any book, video, maybe a podcast that you would recommend to somebody who wants to move on to the next level?
It's a thoroughly modern point. Yes, because there are so many sources of great information. There are so many people out there who have great information. And you're a fool just to rely on reading a book. You'll get one view. But if you listen to these podcasts, which can be as short as 15 minutes, you can do them in the car, then you're going to get a really good cross-section of opinion, which will balance out your rounded view on life.
If you could put one quote on a billboard about change, what would it be?
I believe that stress plus rest equals growth. Change is all about growth. So make sure you plan in some downtime to think about what you're doing, to recover from the stress of the daily toil, and you'll find that you grow and you're more capable the next day and more capable the day after that.